When and how did plantation social hierarchy end? When and how did plantation social hierarchy come to an end? This question takes us on a journey through history, examining the changes that dismantled a rigid system. The plantation social hierarchy was deeply rooted in racialized labor and authoritarian control. It began to break down primarily in the 19th and 20th centuries. This transformation was driven by a mix of legal changes, economic shifts, and social movements. One of the first major steps in ending this hierarchy was the abolition of slavery. In the United States, the legal end of slavery occurred in 1865. Other regions followed suit, abolishing slavery at various times throughout the 19th century. This legal change disrupted the foundation of plantation labor, which relied on enslaved individuals as property. After emancipation, plantations often turned to other forms of labor. They replaced enslaved labor with coerced or semi-coerced labor, such as indentured servants or migrant workers. These new labor forces were often divided along ethnic lines. This maintained a racialized hierarchy that continued to control labor through division and competition. For example, in Caribbean sugar plantations, different ethnic groups were brought in to undermine worker solidarity and keep control over labor. As time went on, economic and social changes played a significant role in dismantling the plantation social hierarchy. Global market shifts, mechanization, and changes in agricultural practices reduced the economic power of plantations. This weakened the social structures that had kept the hierarchy in place. Additionally, political independence movements and civil rights struggles challenged the beliefs and social norms that supported plantation hierarchies. Cultural and social resistance also contributed to the end of this hierarchy. Enslaved individuals and laboring populations created their own social networks and cultural practices. These practices resisted the identities and control imposed by plantations. New forms of kinship, religious practices, and cultural expressions emerged, undermining hierarchical divisions and promoting new social relations. From an anthropological viewpoint, plantations were not just economic units. They were total social systems designed to enforce racialized labor and social order. The dismantling of this system was complex and varied. It involved legal reforms, labor substitutions, cultural resistance, and economic shifts. Even after formal hierarchies ended, remnants of plantation social order continued to influence social attitudes and economic inequalities in post-plantation societies. Understanding these changes helps us see how past hierarchies shaped present social inequalities and cultural identities. By studying plantation landscapes and social patterns, we can gain a clearer picture of how these historical systems still affect us today.